Radio Rahim with Eddie Hearn. You said you do expect the unexpected.
Told you. Yeah.
I'd say
right on that one. Yeah.
Was the first punch that Ryan landed clean, the unexpected.
Yeah, Ryan started really well, you know, and I think, I say Devin didn't recover from that. I mean, I felt like he won the next 4 rounds, but he got dropped 3 times. And I actually had the fight really close. I had Devin winning the last round, and when I was counting the rounds back, I didn't actually give Ryan, away from the knockdowns, many rounds in the fight. But as I said, it's really difficult when you get dropped 3 times.
So how did you score the fight?
I had a draw. Honestly, one of the Golden Boys just walked past, saying, "Oh, shut up, Eddie." But that's how, I'll have to watch it back. But I struggled. Like, Ryan didn't actually do anything in a lot of the rounds where he didn't drop him. Do you know what I mean? And I thought there was no way Devin won the fight, but I could have seen it a draw, given him the last round. But the problem was the 10-8 rounds are just, crucify you. And I thought Devin boxed really poorly tonight, really poorly. And listen, respect to Ryan. I mean, he looked massive in it. He looked like a middleweight in there tonight, And he deserves, all the credit to him.
To the point that he looked like a middleweight, he obviously came in 3.2 over on the weigh-in, and there was an opportunity to either call this fight off or a rehydration clause. None of that seemed to be on the table. Was that a mistake?
Yeah, I wasn't involved in the negotiations for any of that. And, if I was, I would have asked him to reweigh today. But, it's not my decision. There was a financial penalty. Look, both guys rehydrate to massive numbers. But when someone misses weight by 3.5 pounds, you need to put the penalties on them. And you could, as soon as the bell went tonight, I looked across at them, and one looked like a middleweight and one looked like a 140 pounder. And you could see the heavy hands in there tonight. But look, take nothing away. It was a great performance from Ryan Garcia. He deserves a huge amount of credit because, his antics before, I mean, I'm still not sure if they're real after a performance like that. I think they were, but, it's a crazy sport, and sometimes you got to be a little bit crazy, and he was brilliant tonight. In
the interview after the fight, he seemed pretty sane, at least, yeah, especially in comparison, and with the pounds overweight. He would say that, Haney's camp fell for all the traps, all the tricks, not only stylistically, but with the weight. And then the crazy, is it possible that Ryan Garcia pulled off the biggest, not just upset, but the con?
Yeah, maybe. If he did, fair play to him. I don't think so, because a lot of the things that he said are quite close to the mark and done. Do you know what I mean? But listen, each to their own. We're all different in our own beautiful way. And I hope he's happy. He should be. He should be proud of himself. And it was a huge win for his career.
And wrapping up, Ryan's father was on a tear around the corner there, calling you a piece of shit, saying the referee. Now, the 7th round is somewhat questionable. What did you think of the referee's performance tonight?
Well, I thought Ryan Garcia held a lot in the back end of the fight. I thought Devin held a lot of the time when he was hurt. But also, Ryan would turn his back on every occasion. Every time Devin closed the distance, he would do that. You can't do that. So I think there was questionable moments on both sides. But it's a fight. You got to do what you got to do, and to win the fight. And, I think both guys, had moments where they probably deserved a warning. But it's hard to hit Ryan clean because he turned his back all the time. And Devin boxed poor. He was poor in there tonight.
Lastly, we've all credited Bill Haney with guiding Devin's career to this point, making some excellent choices, but now they're up against it. Now it's time to go back to the drawing board. You being a promoter that definitely has their ear, how do you guide Devin from this moment forward?
Well, I think you look for the rematch. I think the rematch is a huge fight, and obviously it's down to Ryan Garcia whether he entertains that. But Devin Haney's a big name. He's a great fighter. And I'm sure you're going to see some big fights for him.
Is it worth it for him to try to chase these titles down and maybe recalibrate and do a rematch later or right away?
No, I think right away. He knows how poor he was tonight. But he's got to be a lot better and keep that right hand up. How many times do you want to get hit by the left hook, And like I said, but one thing I think Devin showed tonight, I think everyone will agree, was a huge amount of heart. Like, he was out on his feet 4 or 5 times. Never gave up. Like, the way he got up from the first knockdown, because that was a huge knockdown. That was by far the biggest knockdown in the fight. So, I think he deserves a huge amount of credit, as does Ryan Garcia.
To that point, I think both men deserve a lot of credit tonight. Radio Rahim with Eddie Hearn.